Hello everyone. In this video lecture we will study the Workmen Compensation Act 1923. So the Workmen Compensation Act 1923 basically the preamble of this act is that to provide the payment by the certain class of employees to their workmen for a compensation for any kind of injuries which was held by an accident in the premises of the organization or during the course of employment. It is here enacted as follows. The preliminary, uh, uh, that this act may be called as a Workmen Compensation Act 1923, and this act extends to the whole of India, and it shall come into the force on first day of July 1924. So few definitions of this act which are defined under the section 2. First is the commissioner. So means the commissioner of workman compensation appointed under the section 20. Next is compensation. So compensation means the compensation as provided by this act. Next is the employer. So employer means means include any body of a person, whether incorporated or not, or any managing agent of an employer, and also the legal representative of deceased employer. Next is managing agent. So, managing agent means any person which is appointed or acting as a representative of another person for the purpose of carrying out on such other person's trade or a business, but does not include an individual manager subordinate to the employer. Next is minor. So, minor means the person who has not attained the age of 18 years. Next is disablement. So disablement means the loss of capacity to work or to move. So disablement may be of two kinds. First one is the partial disablement, and the second one is total disablement. It may be further classified under the permanent disablement, and second one is temporary disablement. Partial disablement means that when where the disablement will reduce the earning capacity of a workman, and a temporary partial disablement means that any disablement which reduces the earning capacity of a workman in which he was engaged at the time of accident resulting in the disablement. Next is permanent partial disablement is of the permanent nature. Such disablement will reduces his earning capacity in which and every employment which he was capable of undertaking at that time. Now, next definition is qualified medical practitioner. So qualified medical practitioner means any person registered under the central act or any act by the legislature of the state which will provide for the maintenance of register of the medical practitioner, and here the state government by the notification in official gazette may appoint a qualified medical practitioner for the purpose of this act. Next is seaman. Seaman means any person who is forming the part of a crew of any ship but does not include the master of the ship. Next is total disablement. Total disablement means such disablement, whether of a temporary or a permanent nature, as a incapacity as a workman for all work which he was capable of performing at the time of accident resulting in such disablement. Next is wages. So wages means that all the remuneration which are capable of being expressed in the terms of money. Next is workman. So workman means that any person who is appointed for the purpose of performing any work in the organization by the employer. Next is dependent. So dependent means a person who any person who is the relative of the deceased workman, namely that if who is wholly or a partly dependent on the earning of the workman at the time of his death, then the person can be he must be a widow, parent other than the widowed mother, a minor illegitimate son or an unmarried illegitimate daughter, minor brother or an unmarried sister or a widow sister if he or she is a minor. Next, if a widowed daughter-in-law. Next is a minor child or of a pre-deceased son. Next is a minor child of pre-deceased daughter whose daughter where no parents of the child is alive. Next is a parental grandfather if no parent of the workman is alive. Now next is the employer's liability for a compensation. If a personal injury is caused to the workman by an accident arising out of or during the course of employment, then employers shall be liable to pay the compensation to the employees, provided that the employer shall not be liable to pay in such cases like when the injury does not result in the total or the partial disablement, and when any injury is not resulting into the death or a permanent total disablement, and the worker having been under the influence of drink or drugs, and also the willful disobedience of the workman to an order, and the willful removal or disregard by the workman to any safety guard or any kind of safety devices, and these are the condition under which the employer is not liable to pay the compensation to the employee. If a workman employed in an employment specified in a part A of a schedule 3 will contract any kind of diseases that are known as occupational diseases peculiar to that employment, like if an employee is working in a silica factory, then he may suffer from silicosis. This is a contracting disease. In the same way, an employee who is working in a cotton factory, though he may be suffered from basinosis. This is a kind of occupational diseases. Uh, um, Now next is the amount of compensation. So whether when there because of some accident there is a death of employee because of the injury, then the compensation amount is equal to the 50% of the monthly wages of the deceased workman, which is multiplied by the relevant factor, or the amount of 1,20,000 rupees, whichever is more. And in case of the permanent total disablement resulting from the injury, then the amount of compensation must be equal to the 60% of the monthly wages of injured person, which is multiplied by the relevant factor, or the amount 1,40,000 rupees, whichever is more. And for the purpose of clause A and clause B, the relevant factor in relation to the workman means the factor specified in the second column of schedule 4, which is given as a form of a chart in this act. You can see in the PDF of this act. Now next is compensation to be paid when due or penalty for the default. The compensation shall be paid as soon as possible when it falls due to the employees, and in case when the employer does not accept the liability for the compensation, then he is bound to make a provisional payment based on the extent of liability which he accept, and such payment shall be deposited to the commissioner. Then after the commissioner handle it to the nominee of that deceased person, or that employees who is injured during any kind of work in the organization. And where any when any employer is a default in paying the compensation due from the act, then within the 1 month from the date it falls due to the commissioner, then the commissioner shall direct the employer to pay the simple interest at the rate of 12% per annum, or such higher rate not exceeding the maximum of lending rates of any scheduled bank. And if in his opinion that there is no jurisdiction for the delay, then the further sum up to the 50% of the amount due shall be recovered from the employer by the way of penalty. Next is the methods of calculating the wages. When a workman is on a continuous period of work for not less than the 12 months, then the employer who is liable to pay the compensation, the monthly wages must be 1/12 of the total wages. And when the whole of the continuous period of a service immediately preceding to the accident of employer is liable to pay the compensation was less than the 1 month monthly wages, then then it must be the average monthly amount. And in other cases, including the case in which there is not possible to calculate the monthly wages, then the monthly wages shall be of 30 times of the total wages of employee. Next is review. So any half monthly payment payable under this act may be reviewed by the commissioner appointed under this act on the application either of an employer or of the workman, accompanied by the certification of the qualified medical practitioner. Next is distribution of compensation. So the payment of compensation which may be distributed to the nominee as a result of a death, or the payment of a lump sum as a compensation to the woman or a person under the legal disability shall be deposited within the commissioner. And if an employer makes the direct payment to the dependent of the deceased employees under the legal disability, it shall not deem to be a permanent payment of compensation. Means that first the employer has to deposit the whole amount of compensation to the commissioner appointed under this act. Then after the commissioner will forward this compensation amount to the legal person or a legal heir of that deceased person, or any nominee of that deceased person. Next is the compensation not to be assigned or attached or a charged. So no lump sum or a half monthly payment payable under this act shall in the way be capable of being assigned or charged to the attachment or passed to any other person other than the workman by the operation of the law, nor shall by the claim to set off against the same. Next is notice and claim. So, no claim for a compensation shall be entertained by the commissioner unless the claim is preferred before him within the 2 years of the occurrence of an accident, and in case of the death, it must be within the 2 years from the in case of a death. And provided that where the accident is because of the contracting diseases, or we can say the occupational diseases, it deems to have been concerned on that the first day of during which the worker was continuously absent from the work in a consequence of the disablement caused by the disease. Next is the report of fatal accident and serious bodily injury. So, in case of any kind of accident, fatal accident or serious bodily injury, the employer has to give a notice which shall be within the 7 days of the death or a serious bodily injury. A report to the commissioner giving the circumstances attending the death or a serious bodily injury. Next is power to require from the employer's statement regarding the fatal accident. When where a commissioner receives the information from any source that the workman has died as a result of an accident arising out of or during the course of his employment, so he may send a registered post a notice to the workman's employer required to submit within the 30 days of the service of the notice a statement prescribing the form giving the circumstances attending to the death of the workman and indicating whether in the opinion of an employer that he is liable or not liable to deposit compensation on the account of a death. If an employer is, in his opinion, he is not liable to deposit the compensation, then he shall deposit this. He is liable to deposit the compensation, then he must have to deposit this within the 30 days of the service of the notice. And if the employer, in his opinion, that he is not liable to deposit the compensation, then he shall, in his statement, indicate the ground on which he disclaims the liability. Next is medical examination. So here a qualified medical practitioner must be appointed for the free of a charge examination of the employee. And contracting means where any person or any person in his trade for the purpose of his trade or a business contract with any other person under the contractor shall be liable to pay the workman to pay any workman employed in the execution of any work, any compensation must be paid. And next is penalties. Whosoever fails to maintain the notice book which is required to be maintained and fails to send send to the commissioner a statement, fails to send a report, fails to make a return which he is required to make, shall be punishable with the fine which may extend to 5,000 rupees, and the complaints must be filed within the period of a 6 month after the occurrence of an accident or after the death. Next is appointment of commissioner. Here the appropriate government or the state government may appoint the commissioner by the notification in the official gazette for the purpose of this act. Next is appeal. So an appeal shall rise to the high court against the order of the commissioner. Next is recovery. So the commissioner may recover any kind of arrears of a land revenue, any other amount payable by the person under this act, whether under the agreement for the payment of compensation or otherwise the commissioner shall be deemed to be a public officer. Next is powers of the state government to make the rules. So under this act, the state government will have the power to make the rules according to the to the provision of this act, and also according to the environmental condition and the prevailing conditions of the business. Next is the publication of rules. This it is the responsibility of an every employer to publish the rules and regulations under this act in a notice board in three languages. First one is in English, second one is in Hindi, and third one is any local language which is understood by most of the workmen employed in his organization. Next is that rules made by the central government to be laid before the parliament. So, when any kind of a rules which is made by the central government for the purpose of this act must be laid before the parliament for the final approval or next. Thank you.